What is up, YouTube, and welcome back. I know I've been away for a while, but I've been working on something rather exciting, and if the camera will focus, I'll show you the Tesla unit Mark II. Now, this is a new unit I've been working on with a different manufacturer. It's going to come a little bit different, and there will be a group buy coming up for it. But for now, I just want to go over some of the differences with you. I do want to tell you that this is a tester unit, so this product does not represent what the final product will look like. But as of right now, I do want to go ahead and go over with you what we're looking at, some of the differences, and what bugs I'm seeing currently. I will say all of the bugs that we're going to see right now, I've already sent those to the manufacturer, so we're going to see what fixes will be in the works and what will be able to be taken care of before this product even touches you guys. Jump right into it is going to be the hardware. We're going to notice a couple of differences, and the camera's kind of focusing in and out, so you'll see that. But a couple of differences we see. One of the things I noticed is you don't any longer have an issue with this up here. It fits a little bit better into the console. You've got the black edges around the buttons here, so it looks a little more OEM. The buttons themselves, I like them a little more. They're a little clickier. I was one that didn't truly mind the old ones, but these new ones are better. They're, like I said, a little clickier. You've got a little more receptiveness to them. Order changes slightly for GPS, but everything still does most of the same. Home, GPS, hazards, mode. This is not a button, it's just passenger airbag. So, that being said, that's going over the hardware. Let's go over some of the basic software differences, and then I'm going to answer some questions from the community. Now, one of the first major software differences you're going to notice on this unit is that it has Android 7.1. It comes with a lot of other features, but one of the big ones that everybody has been asking for is fast boot. And I will show you exactly how fast boot is. Car is off. Car is on. Your unit is booted. Just like that. You got everything going. You're good to go. So, you've got an idea for that. Now, moving on. You've got your same kind of things up here in the top menu. Your navigation, your music, phone link, Bluetooth, video, audio, auxiliary, internet, console still takes you to console, just to take a quick look at it. You'll see that, yeah, it takes longer for the Infiniti natural console to load up than it does for your Tesla unit. So, that's the thing. Now, that being said, along with all the same apps as you had before, you have one new one, which I enjoy and I think you guys will like too, which is your camera. Now for camera, you hit that app and it doesn't matter if you're in motion, if you're sitting still or whatever, you can view your cameras from your vehicle at any given time using this app. So right now, because I just have the backup camera, you see the rear camera, but you will be able to see all of your around view monitors if you have, you know, that 360 cam. So that's just a cool feature personally to me. Talked about some of the basic differences. Now let's get to answering some of your questions. So, hopping in, the first thing we've got our question on is to verify the Bluetooth compatibility. Now, the Bluetooth compatibility, we're not seeing it yet. I have talked to them about it because that was a pretty big thing we were asking for. It's not on here just yet. Weird thing about it, I'll show you guys. There are all the options available for it. You see Bluetooth tethering here, it's just when you push it, nothing happens. So it won't turn on. Now, on that same note, if you look in your system settings menu, you'll see that there is a Bluetooth module installed. So there's a module in here to be used. We just don't have access to it right now. So I've already messaged them. Hopefully they can open that up for us, and we'll kind of see where that leads, but I'll keep you guys posted on that. Next question was checking on the 3D camera and sensors. As stated, you will have the ability to view all of your around view. The cameras came on right away. I didn't really have to worry about anything there. Sensors will pretty much work just like the other unit did, which was the sensors came on through that app, so there's really no worries there. So he's asking, what kind of bugs am I seeing? Now, as far as the bugs, I'm going to answer that question once because I've seen it asked a few times. But to be put quite simply, the main bugs that I'm seeing are going to be akin to some of the ones we saw kind of growing pains with Phoenix. Now, the main one is coming over from console to the unit. You see it switch to audio apps versus auxiliary. And it does that just because the macro's messed up. I'll show you here. The reason it does that is because it's supposed to automatically select here. And here is supposed to be auxiliary, but auxiliary is here, audio apps is here. So it pushes that button instead. Workaround is pretty easy. Hit auxiliary, close console. That'll take care of it. And then it'll be the same thing. The second bug is for music. You have to play music a little while on the actual music player before you can get sound through the unit. Otherwise, it'll try to play through the small speaker. Just hit that. Takes care of it. But it does cause apps like Facebook to reset. So there's a bug. This question is back to bugs. Issues with original car functionality. Now I'm gonna go over those because there's actually a little bit of uniqueness in there. Backup camera. The only thing I've seen is on occasion when I first start up, the backup camera doesn't immediately want to come on. And for that, I'm thinking it's something to do with everything booting in the background. I've spoken to them about it. We'll see if they fix it. Climate is an issue. It works as far as going up and down, but it is 29 degrees off center. So where you see 101 here is actually 72 in the car. So it's 29 degrees off. I'll see. I've already spoken to them about it again. We'll see about them fixing it. Steering wheel controls. Now, as far as steering wheel controls, you plug those in with the gray cable down here. I don't have mine plugged in. I'll explain that. The only thing you really gain by plugging in your steering wheel controls is the ability to change music using this rocker right here. However, it's not really necessary. When you unplug it, you can still change the volume using these two, so that's not a big deal. You can't change tracks here, but you can change it here, so it doesn't really bother me at all. And aside from that, if you leave it out, you still have access to your voice assist. So I prefer having that, so I'll leave that there and I can still use my voice assistant. Now then, that being said, let's move. GPS connection speed, change of audio when in Google Play Store, does it change the aux? We answered that question already. GPS connection speed, the GPS connects super fast. GPS is up here, so it works just like it did before. And of course the direction speed is, or speed at which you get your directions and whatnot, is going to depend on your connectivity through Wi-Fi in your car, or your, of course, 4G, so that's not really a big deal there. Ability to download apps from the Play Store, yes, you absolutely can. That's where Facebook came from, so that's not a big deal. You don't have to sideload at all. So you can sideload. You can go and get the APK and bring it down. But any app that has a version on Android Nougat, you can download here, at least on 7.1.1. So that's not a big deal. Next, can you send Google Maps directions from your iPhone, Android to the module? We'll go over that in specific when I go over another tutorial, but that is doable, especially for Android. iPhone, I'm not as certain on. I'll have to find somebody with an iPhone and try it, but I'll actually do a tutorial on that front. Now, is the screen still attached the same way Phoenix was? Oh, so this is going to be talking about the lifting issue that we had from Phoenix. Now, everybody experienced the lifting issue. I experienced the lifting issue. It was a thing where basically the glue that held it on did not do well in the heat. I live in Texas. Heat is a thing we have to experience. For this unit, the screen seems a little more recessed, which is a good thing. It seems like we may not have to deal with that as much. And it also looks like up top here, it's possibly tucked behind this trim piece. If so, that'll be really good, but I can't see that for certain, so I can't guarantee it. The only way to truly test that is going to be time. So we will see what happens there. I'll keep you guys updated. Now, can you stream audio over Bluetooth while an ELM327 device is connected either via Wi-Fi or Bluetooth and running dash command? That's simple, yes. The next question about the backup camera looking fuzzy. Even if it does look fuzzy, I have an update coming for that. So stay tuned for anybody who had that question. And this is how your backup camera appears currently. Hector asks, can you show us how to set a destination from startup, maybe from a previous destination, or how quick the screen reacts to typing in an address? I will show you that. Key things, can I use Waze on screen, listen to music at the same time? You always could. That was never really an issue. Like, you can always listen to music in the background while using Waze, so that was never a thing. If you're asking about split screen functionality, yes, that is also here, and I'll show you that in action. Does this use my phone's internet? Yes, if you want it to. If you want to tether your phone, you want to do a Wi-Fi hotspot, it connects to Wi-Fi like any Android device would do. So whatever method you want to use to give it that Wi-Fi is up to you. It does maintain all the functionality of a Q50. That's through the console app, so you have all that same access. Eco Sport mode, yeah, you still got access to all that. You're not going to see it, but basically right here, you see standard, Eco, Sport, just flip the trigger. That doesn't change at all, so that's not a problem. What is the unit called, and where can we purchase it? The unit doesn't have a name right now. This is one of those situations where we saw and we figured you can either keep complaining about it or you can do something, so we decided to do something. I paid out, had this private unit commissioned so that we could have this tester and kind of see what features we wanted and if they were possible. So once we have these features set, that's when we will lead a group buy. Now that we have our own unit, we're working directly with the manufacturer. There is no middleman anymore. So with that said, the first 50 people have already put in their deposit. They've reserved their spots. Their units will be locked in and they'll just pay the rest of it and get their units. I have gotten permission from the manufacturer to open up an additional 50 spots. Those spots will be a part of the total group buy. And at the end of the day, once we have everything worked out and the pricing situated, what will happen is those spots will open up. You'll be able to submit the cost of the unit plus the shipping, which we will organize, of course. And at that point, you'll have your spot secured for shipping your unit. So those details are still to come. As soon as we have that news, I will let you guys know. Now, what verified improvements does this unit have over the Phoenix unit? Android 7.1, which is awesome. You have fast boot, which is especially awesome. You have the camera app, gotta love it. We're hoping for Bluetooth. Honestly, that would be the most major improvement for me because I do want to do things like connect the JB4 app, Demon Eyes for those of you who have it, Airlift for those of you guys who are on air, that kind of thing. So we'll see about that, but those are going to be the kind of things that we're looking for. But as of right now, what we can say, or what I can say, I already believe edges this unit out for me. I love the buttons. I love the hardware a little bit better in the setup and the way it fits. I do love the fast boot. I do love the Android version. I love the speed, how responsive it is. So while we're here, let me go ahead and pull this up so everybody can take a look at it. Somebody did ask me about the speed at which everything worked for your GPS. Now, it may be a little bit different for you guys, and it may be a little different for everybody depending on, of course, your 4G and how it locates you. But the speed of typing is very quick. Let's type in just one of my favorite places in Dallas, Diaz. It's Quesadilla Place. It's on Preston Road in Frisco. So see, typing is dang near instantaneous. You type it, it goes, period. That's it. Again, even with the slow 4G in this garage, it finds it for me, locates it, how far away it is, hit my directions up, bam, there are my directions, traffic, alternate routes, whatever. If I want to go, I hit go. So, you know, it's quick, simple, easy. I know somebody asked about Apple, so let me go ahead and show you. You do have the ability to have Apple Carplay. It's Apple Carplay for Android, but it's Apple Carplay nonetheless. So you can install that, and as stated, I'm going to have to get somebody I know with an iPhone to let me use it so I can show you guys the features of this. But that is a capability that you will have. So all my iPhone users, I have not forgotten about you. I'm just not one of you. And so with that said, that is going to be the basic overview of the Tesla Unit Mark II. I do hope this was useful for you guys. If there are any additional questions, and I'm sure there will be, definitely drop those in the comment section below. As always, give me a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to see more. I've got some really exciting things coming down the pipeline. This is not the only group buy coming up. This is not the only install going down. We always appreciate you for sticking with us. I thank you for staying by my side. And as always, ride easy.